Hey everyone, my name is Brian and this is Legacy Escape Box. Today I'm going to show you how to use a cipher wheel in an escape room. So a cipher wheel is really cool. You can code messages here. To use a cipher wheel, you need the cipher wheel itself, you'll need a message to decipher, and you'll need the actual cipher itself, which means that these things go together in the wheel to unravel this message. We'll put it all together and I'll show you how it works. So to use this cipher wheel, I've put together R, Sun, and 19. That means that on the cipher wheel, we'll need to put the R, the Sun, and the number 19 together. So all of these wheels turn. So you can see here that I've lined up the R, the Sun, and the 19. Then I can pair it with anything else on the wheel. So if I get symbols of a key and a question mark, I know that that would go to an L or a 13 or a J or an 11 in this case. One thing to keep in mind when creating codes like this is that you have a lot of ways to present your information. One really awesome way to use this is to shred it and then have people put it together. One thing I love to do when I'm making an escape room is to cut this into 1-inch vertical strips, throw it haphazardly into a trash can, put that in the room. This works great in a spy room or a Sherlock room, almost any other kind of escape room. It feels like the message was intended to be shredded and forgotten, to be discarded, but after you put it together, you feel like you've already solved a big puzzle. When in reality, after solving this, you still have a few other pieces to put together to get that final message that you need. Participants will find this, they put it together. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so to give that shredded look to this paper, I'm just going to cut it in approximately 1-inch strips all the way across. So we'll just go ahead and start cutting that paper. I like to get a couple of blank pieces if needed, so those can be a little bit bigger, but I do like people to go ahead and put together the whole piece. I see where my cut line is, and it's important to go ahead and try and keep some information there, so they're putting together a puzzle with some clues. You don't want this to be too difficult, but you just don't want to hand it to them either. So go ahead and cut and give them something to work with. Don't give away the whole puzzle, but go ahead and give them something to work with. Okay, so we've just about finished our 1-inch strips. And then if you don't have anything left, I still like to go ahead and cut it just to make it all uniform. And now they've got to put this together. When they find this, they're going to have to put it all back together. So it may take them a minute. It's going to take me a minute. Now that they've put together the R, the Sun, and the 19, they have to decode this message. In order to decode this, they've got an envelope, a medical sign, an I, and an infinity symbol. Once we line up the R, the Sun, and the 19 together, boom, 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 the envelope, we go here, we realize the envelope is an A, or even a 2. In this case, it's going to be an A. The medical symbol is a V. The I in the infinity is what we have left. The I is an E. The infinity symbol, turn it all the way here, is an S. So we could make these anything we want because the wheel moves. After we put it together, we can create any kind of code we want. We could make these be numbers, we could make them be symbols, we could make them be letters. So depending on what we want the desired outcome to be, we can have any of these inputs. Every time we make a new escape room, we can send a different combination of letters, numbers, symbols, or anything else that happens to be on the wheel. One thing I really love about our cipher wheel is that it's a physical object, it's tactile, it's really fun to move around, it gets different people involved. You can see how everything moves. Those physical items are a really important part of an escape room. They're a ton of fun. So now that you know how it works, I'd love to see how you can use this in an escape room. Thanks everyone for watching this video on cipher wheels. Make sure to like the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now if you haven't yet. I'll see you next time.